this video, I'm going to be talking about uh, kefir. So it's going to be my fourth video on kefir, but this time it's going to be about different foods that can be paired together with kefir in order to boost kefir's benefits, mainly centered or focused on vitamin K2, as well as the gut bacteria in the stomach required for vitamin K2. And that main bacteria will be Lactobacillus. Okay, the gut bacteria responsible for helping make vitamin K2, or the bacteria that kefir makes, they actually have their own electron transport chain. So there are two different kinds. There's the normal one that's usually talked about, and then there's the ETC that the bacteria has of themselves. And the electron transport chain needs ATP for mitochondria. So a good way to boost that ATP is with chocolate, preferably dark chocolate. So dark chocolate, especially the high cacao content, contains flavonoids like epicatechin. And epicatechin in some studies, has been shown to activate AMPK. AMPK is one of the main focal points of my videos. And what this does is that it increases expression of PGC1A. What that ends up doing is that it promotes mitochondrial biogenesis. That mitochondria will create the ATP that the bacteria in the stomach needs for the bacteria's electron transport chain. Okay, the bacteria in the gut, the lactobacillus, produced by kefir. So only some kefir brands have lactobacillus, so it's good to check on the label to see the name of the strain. So look for lactobacillus. But in order for kefir to be able to create vitamin K2, there has to be healthy lipid environments with reduced lipid peroxidation, and also mainly focused on maintaining membrane integrity. So the membranes of the bacteria, they should consist, or the composition determines the fluidity and resistance to oxidative stress, possibly from high sugar diets, and then the proper function of membrane-bound enzymes. Now, what could help with this is macadamia nuts. So macadamia nuts, they are rich in monounsaturated fatty acids, or MUFA, especially oleic acid, and also a rare omega-7 fatty acid and antioxidants. So the antioxidants should protect the gut bacteria, or the lactobacillus, protect those bacteria's membranes from oxidative stress. Okay, this is where macadamia nuts and the MUFAs, which is a fatty acid, counts, or where it plays an important role in helping kefir make vitamin K2, and how macadamia nuts supports kefir's bacterial strains. And that's because bacterial cell membranes are made primarily of phospholipid bilayers and embedded membrane proteins. So the MUFAs in macadamia nuts, since MUFAs are fatty acids, they actually support the bacterial membranes. Okay, so lactobacillus from kefir needs a substrate to be able to make vitamin K2. But if there is high glucose and it's absorbed rapidly, so high blood glucose, what ends up happening is that lactobacillus may not see much substrate. So if dysbiosis occurs, which is a overgrowth of other microbes, dysbiosis could occur from high sugar, especially after a long time. The acid balance in the stomach may shift. The acidity could actually go lower. And that's not good for lactobacillus because lactobacillus needs high acidity in the gut, so 5.5 to 6.5. If the lactobacillus doesn't have that acidic number, then the lactobacillus from kefir may not make the vitamin K2. And the acidity changes because of dysbiosis, because there are other types of bacteria uh, produced by high glucose that could outnumber lactobacillus, and that other bacteria overgrowing, outnumbering lactobacillus, could end up taking substrate away from lactobacillus, or will compete with lactobacillus for other substrate. And lactobacillus is supposed to take the substrate to make vitamin K2. Okay, lactobacillus from kefir, they also use or make use of ATP. So it's 1 glucose, 2 ATP plus 2 lactate. But the problem is that high glucose could actually reduce or create a decline in ATP levels that lactobacillus needs. Okay, lactobacillus numbers, if they are reduced, let's say from not having enough kefir in the diet, what could end up happening is that consuming high glucose in combination with not enough kefir could actually result in a less acidic gut, or a less acidic gut environment. And what that's going to do is that it's not going to be acidic enough for lactobacillus to be able to create a vitamin K2. Okay, kefir is important for vitamin K2 to be able to activate coagulation factors. Now, vitamin K enables enzymes such as glutamyl carboxylase to convert glutamate residues into carboxyglutamate. This activates many different factors. So there are two different types of vitamin K2. There's MK4 versus MK7. They're both really good. So basically, MK7 might be considered better because it does have a longer half-life, therefore more stable plasma levels, and eventually more vitamin K2. But MK4 has a shorter half-life, and but it efficiently supports clotting factor activation, and it's more associated with liver functions. Okay, not that MK7 would be better, because MK4 strongly activates xenobiotic receptors SXR and PXR in the liver and bone, but MK7 cannot activate those receptors as strongly as MK4. These receptors, SXR and PXR, are important because they influence drug metabolism genes, osteoblast activity, and most importantly, anti-inflammatory pathways. That's critical to reduce cancer because cancer thrives in inflammatory conditions. Also, inflammation creates like a sort of smoke screen to confuse the immune system so that they really can't see and can't efficiently attack cancer cells. So that's why kefir activating vitamin K2 can really help when it comes to anti-cancer activities. So that's it for the video. Like, comment, share, subscribe for more future videos. Keep it locked in here on my channel, and I'll see you in the next video.